Ode has. Do you guys love her hair? She did it herself. All right, thank you for joining us today. So what a coincidence that last week we spoke about putting on God's armor. And in this new series that we're going to be talking about called Suit Up, we're going to be focusing on wearing God's armor. Ella, if you had superpowers, what would it be?
Flying powers.
Flying powers, that sounds awesome. What about you, Alexa?
Making stuff appear. I can make money appear when I'm giving support.
Oh, I like that superpower. If I had a superpower, I think I would want to read people's minds. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah!
Well, today we're going to learn how to be superheroes by putting God's armor. So this is what you need to know today. Go with God's armor. Awesome. You know, last week we talked about David, right? He was a servant of God who faced a giant Goliath and defeated him. Now let's suit up, everyone. Put on our superhero ears and listen to the story.
Once there was a boy named David. David's big brothers were out fighting in King Saul's army. One day, David's dad told him to take some food to his brothers and check on them. Finally, David made it to camp. While he was there, he heard someone shouting from the other army. It was a giant named Goliath. No one in King Saul's army would fight Goliath because they were afraid. But David knew that God would help him. So he said, "I'll fight him. God will help me." King Saul wanted to keep David safe, so he put all of his armor on David. David told King Saul, "I can't go out there in all this armor." David knew that he didn't need the king's armor because he had on the armor of God. David had on his belt of truth, the armor of godliness, his good news boots, the shield of faith, his helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. When David suited up with all of these and remembered to pray, God filled him with power to win against evil. When David was ready to go, he picked up 5 rocks and his slingshot. He put a rock in his slingshot and began to swing it around and around. The rock flew through the air and hit Goliath in the head. Goliath fell to the ground with a great big thud. David was a superhero and won the battle against Goliath, all because he suited up with God's armor.
Did you all see how brave David was? Well, guess what? You can be brave too. By putting on God's armor every day. And am I talking about a physical armor? No, this is an imaginary armor, just like what we spoke about last week. We have the belt of truth, the armor of godliness that you put over, right, first, wait, the armor of godliness, go like this. The good news boots, so put on your good news boots or sandals. The helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, and the shield of faith. Awesome.
Now let's say our memory verse.
Yes, let's. Are you ready? It goes like this. Put on all of God's armor.
All of God's armor.
Then you
Can
can remain strong.
strong.
Ephesians 6:11.
Ephesians 6:11.
That was awesome. We're going to be memorizing that memory verse throughout the next few weeks. Now let's end in a word of prayer. So everyone close your eyes and bow your heads.
Thank you, God, for this day. Help us be ready to put on the armor of God and listen to your prayers every day and bless the people who
Okay, everyone, don't forget to suit up and
Visit Love Unlimited